Unit 3, Part 1, Day 4 Notes is about standard form, and this is the third way to graph a line. So for the x-intercept, it is the point where the line crosses the x-axis, and for the y-intercept, it's the point where the line crosses the y-axis. So I will give you guys a few seconds to either pause and write this down, or write this down really fast. Then in example 1, it asks us, what is the x-intercept? What is the y-intercept? So how do we figure that out? Well, what we do is we're going to basically cover up this 4y. And we're left with the equation 3x equals 24. And then we would solve that equation, which is a one-step equation. So we're just going to divide by 3. And 24 divided by 3 is 8. Then to get the y, we cover up the x part. So we say, okay, positive 4y equals 24. So I divide by 4, and we get 6. So these are my x and my y-intercept. Same thing for b. So I cover up the negative y, and I have 7x equals 21. I divide both sides by 7, and 21 divided by 7 is 3. Then for this one, I've got a negative y equals 21, which we could think of that as like negative 1y. So I would divide both sides by negative 1, and this is negative 21. Now, in example 2, they want you to find the x and y intercepts and then graph them. So for x, cover up our y, and we have x equals negative 2. Well, x is already by itself, that's solved. So we know that we have x is negative 2, and then that means on the x-axis, you put a point at negative 2. Then for y, we cover up the x, and we've got negative 2y equals negative 2. Alright, to get y by itself, we need to divide by negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is positive 1. So that's our y-intercept. We go to the y-axis and put a point at 1. And then all you need to do is connect those points. And your graph, your line will still be as long as the graph. You'll still need to put arrows on the line. You will just have 2 points. So whenever we do standard form, I just should see the x and the y point, and that's it. So lastly, for letter B, again, we need to cover up the 4y. So this would say negative 2x equals 12. I divide by negative 2, and 12 divided by negative 2 is negative 6. So on the x-axis, we go to negative 6. Okay, for y, we have 4y equals 12. To get y by itself, we divide by 4. And we get 3. So on the y-intercept, or the y-axis, we go to 3. And we connect our 2 points. Okay? So it would look like that. And those are your intercepts, your x-intercept and your y-intercept. So y-intercept, x-intercept. Y-intercept, x-intercept. And then that is it for Day 4 notes.